What if you're using Fastr already to build out beautiful banners like this one that Riviera Maison have built, or really high quality images that you want to turn into shoppable images. Maybe it's along the lines of a shop the room like Riviera Maison, or shop the look in more fashion based retailers, whatever it might be. Something that you want to make it as easy as possible for your customers to say, hey, I like this wallpaper. Don't want my customers to go and search for it. So they should be able to just simply click a button here, brings up the quick view, and this is in Dutch, so I can translate some of it, but more informati is more information, and then Winkelwagen is add to cart. But we'll come back to that because actually translations play a key piece here as well. But it means that as a customer, I can say, I like this wallpaper, I want to buy it, simply click add to cart, I get my add to cart success message, and when I close that down, up in the top corner, I've got the product added to my cart. Now, one of the big things here that was challenge for us to overcome with Riviera Maison is these kind of quick views can be built out in Faster without integrations or orchestrations, but you lead to certain challenges. The biggest challenge being product data is changing all the time. Prices are changing, stock availability is changing, all that kind of stuff is changing. And if you've built out content in a very static way within Faster, you need to go into those areas and change those things as well, to make sure you're not misleading customers in terms of price, or that you're directing customers to pages that maybe no longer exist because the product's not available. So one of the first things that we actually do in this experience is we check to see if these product hotspots, which have been added by the Riviera Maison team, and they very easily add, when they add to this hotspot, an indicator to say which product it relates to. But we dynamically go through before we load this experience and check to see if those products are actually available. And if they're not, we simply withdraw the hotspot. So there's no need for the Riviera Maison team on a regular basis, and I would say daily, but it could even be multiple times a day, to have to go in, check if stock's available, and if it's not available, remove that product hotspot as well. The second thing is that the quick view is nice and consistent. This is actually the same quick view every single time, except we're pulling in the right name, the right price, the right description, and the right image. But what we're also doing, because Riviera Maison use us on sites with multiple languages, is for the text that we can't pull in from somewhere like usual, for example, the more information button, which is effectively a static button, or the in Winkelwagen, which is obviously add to cart again. If we wanted to put that on an English page, we couldn't use these things. So what we're actually also doing is detecting which of the language pages we're on and providing within the integration of translation, meaning that Riviera Maison don't have to build up a different version of the quick view for every single language site that they use. And that even comes down to the success message for the add to cart as well. So really useful tool in that. And in fact, Riviera Maison, with the way we built this, is we gave them the template for the first one, if you like. But since then, they've really gone and run with it. So I can actually tell you that over on the left-hand side, this shell over here, this would have a hotspot on it, but it is currently out of stock. But not only have they done whole banners for this shop the room style experience, but on the same page further down, they've even gone into even higher quality images of specific areas in that room, and still employed the same sort of functionality here as well. So multiple shop the rooms, shop the looks, all on the same page. And then lastly as well, as Asaf mentioned, quick views don't always have to be shoppable quick views. Ideally, as Asaf mentioned before, you're using a quick view to provide something to the customer without taking them away from where they were. So a really good example of that, which is also in the Riviera Maison site, are these product badges that they've got. So if I've got a product badge, this is for a premium delivery service that they offer on certain products. If I want to know what premium delivery actually means, traditionally, companies may have decided, well, if you scroll down the page a little bit, you might find that information down here somewhere. But as soon as I scroll down the page, it's taking me away from where I want my customers to be, at least anyway, which is the button that leads to conversion. So instead, what Riviera Maison decided to do is, well, we could have a different type of quick view, or call it a sidebar if you like. So when we click on those badges, we get this sidebar up on the right-hand side, giving us all the information that we need. However, I can still see the add to cart button underneath that. I can digest that information, close it down, and think, do you know what? I actually do want to go ahead with that purchase and put it in the add to cart as well. So we often talk about quick views being the thing that's going to lead a customer to buy something, but it doesn't necessarily always have to be. It could just be the thing that gives the customer they need to make that purchasing decision, whilst not taking them away from the place that they would complete the purchase as well. So two really good examples there. And as I say, with Review Maison, with the badges, we gave them the first one, and the Shop the Room, we gave them the first one, but they now have this on multiple pages, very easy for them to replicate and move on to other pages on their site as well.